Can you talk about the preparation for this cup game, and does it change at all?
No, I mean it's hugely important. But if you have the right mindset, like I think we have a pretty good team. Is we treat every game like it's the most important game of the year. So when you're playing an important do or die type of game, I mean mentally you've gotten up for every other game. It's no different. You're up for the moment and you prepare for it. So you don't treat it you don't want to treat it too crazy, too abnormal. I mean, we're a good team. We have to play the way we're confident in playing, and we're confident that that'll be enough to push us through.
When you get this far, are the juices more amped up than they were when you started, knowing what type of tournament it actually is and it's within the season?
Yeah, I think the stakes are a little bit higher when you get closer and closer, because you've put more and more work into it. I mean, truth be told, the further you get in this tournament, the more it affects league. So you don't want it to affect 2 or 3 more league games and then come away with nothing. I mean, to make it worth it, you gotta win the whole thing. And so it's kind of like an all or nothing where you just gotta go for it.
How difficult is it for you being in the back to work with? You're going to have significant roster changes, just only being able to have 5 foreign players. So how does that?
Yeah, I don't know what the lineup is, but looking at the guys that are available, I mean, it's a good roster. Guys are going to be ready to play. Guys are. I mean, we're excited about this tournament, so should be our kind of best foot forward for this game, and we have the personnel to do that.
And then jumping right back into it on Saturday.
Yeah, I mean, it's this time of the year is where teams can make some serious points and make serious moves, I should say, because there's a lot of games, and then you throw an important cup match into it, and it becomes that much more important. But going out to win every single game, that's always the goal, and Wednesday is a big one.
Well, I wanted to ask you about Ash. I mean, how do you assess his first week here in town?
I thought he had a phenomenal game. I mean, to come in and play the way he did wasn't surprising at all, because he's a veteran. He understands the game. He studies the game. I think he was a midfielder turned defender, and so he had to really analyze the game a little bit more and start thinking about the game a little bit more as a defender. And so the last, I think, 5 years for him, he's been a very good student of the game. And so when he comes into a new environment, he sees what needs to be done, what role needs to be filled, and he I thought did excellent filling that job. And for what do you have, a practice or 2? I mean, it was awesome.
And that's a familiar face for you as well. I mean, was that kind of cool to see somebody in town that?
Yeah, I don't want to get too in depth. You don't have too much time, but Corey, my first year as a starter was 2011, and obviously it was a big year for me career-wise. Corey at that point had a ton of kind of league appearances, but he hadn't had a real significant long-term starting job. And so second game of the year, we needed a left back. They converted him, and he never looked back. He took a hold of the position. I think a midfielder turned defender is a very dangerous combination. And so the best times in our careers have been on the field together, actually. So I was excited to have Corey. I mean, he's a guy that I'm comfortable playing with, and again, I've some of my best games have been with him, and some of his best games have been with me. So it's fun to have a guy that you can count on.
Appreciate
it. Has he leaned on you at all about where to go to eat, things like that in town?
Yeah, I mean a little bit, but yeah, I try to help him transition. I mean, even though he's traded to a great organization with amazing fans and good coaching staff. I mean, listen, it sucks being traded. It's not fun to be traded. There's a lot of things off the field that you just got to deal with that people don't really realize. and so it's a difficult time, and I try to help teammates any way they can. Servando is going to be no different. He's coming in, and is going to have to get used to the team right away. And obviously we got a good team. It's not just me. It's kind of everyone helping each other out so we can be better on the field together.
Thanks, Tom.
Thanks, Tally. Good luck.